Guys, we're back. We're going to be working on a maroon wash. This is what we ended up with our last bake. Pretty white. I think I did a pretty good job. It doesn't look symmetrical on both sides, but that's okay. Nothing has to be perfect. So let's go ahead and mix up our paint. Grab some thinner. Some red. Just plain old Jane red. I have paint pigments everywhere. Alright. Get a fair amount of red in there. This is going to be a wash, so we do not need to add any thick to it. I got some paint pigment. Okay, so we got a red, fair amount. I want a dark red, so like a deep red. Actually, you can add yellow. Oh, this makes no sense. Add a little bit of yellow to it. So I'm going to make a maroon. It's going to look kind of... Okay, it's going to get like a softer red color. And I have bristles coming off. Not cool. Okay. Kind of a softer red. And then we're going to add a smidge. Yes, that's an actual term. A smidge. Smidge. Now, this is actually more red than it's showing on camera. I know it looks kind of weird, but it is actually more red. Just a minute. We're going to get a lot more of a smidge. There we go. This is like a really deep, let me put some more red back there. This is like a really deep maroon, but I got a little too black, so I'm going to add a little bit more red back in there. And I've got fuzzies everywhere. Goodness. Okay, I think that's about the way I want it. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like a burgundy or a maroon. I would say more maroon than burgundy. That's the color I was going for anyway, maroon. Maroon! And I need it lighter than that because this is wash consistency. So if it helps you guys out. About like that. Pretty maroon color. Alrighty. Maroon. Put some over here. This is what we're going to use for the ears as well, inside the ears. Put some. Doesn't hurt to save some for next time. It's a pretty color, maroon. Alright, we're gonna get in. Oh, we've got lots of them here. Shh. Wasn't paying attention. We've got lots of sponges. Give me just a second. I was super thirsty there for a second. Okay. So, it's important to keep the sponge wet. Get that sponge soaking up this paint. Now see that a pretty maroon? Pretty maroon. Alrighty. Let's do this thing. Only on the brown parts, guys. You don't want to put this on the white. I want to put it on his nose too. Do not add it to the white. I'll put it inside the eels. Some fuzzies. Try not to press too hard when you're pouncing so you don't end up with like little squares for the shape of the sponge. Okay, we're going to go inside his ears. Paint them on. Give me just a minute. Actually, I've got another brush. I'm going to go ahead and use this big one. This should serve me well. Okay. So this would be the Maroon Wash. And we're going to do a couple of these. So put it on, let it dry, put it on again. Oh, my fingers. Ugh. Alrighty. Get it everywhere. Just trying to blend it around the white. And just kind of going over the creases. I don't want that. I'm off camera. Dang it. I don't want the paint to pull on the creases. Well, the good news is I'm doing this twice, so you'll be able to see me actually put it on the face this time. Alright, we did the whole leg, so we're going to do the whole leg again. And everywhere that we had the brown, we're going to put the red. Okay. I'm just hitting it. There we go. The toes, because there we go. Okay. Just kind of wanna. I gotta try to stay light on the pressure, so like I was saying, you don't end up with little squares from the sponge. And kind of a nice even wet look to it. Okay, we're going to do this red one, and then another red one, and then we're going to do a really pretty, like a grape color. So right now it's got a little bit too much yellow, so we're going to do like a periwinkly grape purple that's a little bit more on the blue side than red. And that'll help tone down the orange. So we don't need that much orange. So. So I've seen so many of these little lichen puppies. They're so cute. I would love to know what colors you guys are using for yours. And I'm going to be making one more short for the free lichen kit. I'll have that up pretty soon. And then that'll be like the official entry. And you'll just like comment on it to let me know you want to be entered. That first one was just to try to get people to notice. Oh, this leg is so chunky. I love it. Little chunky baby. Chunky baby. We like chunky babies, don't we, guys? Chunky legs. Did you guys know that Pickle is coming out pretty soon? Nikki Johnston's new little chubby bubby Pickle. And I did order him, so I should be getting him soon. Give me just a minute, guys. I'm not always paying attention. Okay. Just make sure I got the back there. So thirsty. Okay, here we go. Now, you shouldn't really see that much of a difference right now in this paint, this wash. It's just gonna like, it's kind of got a gold tone to it anyway, like a really pretty golden. So basically all it's gonna do is deepen that just a little bit, like warm it up. Colors have warm and cool bases. They've got bright and dull bases. So basically this is a brighter color, but it's also warmer. My daughter's an art major, and I'm pretty sure that's how she described it to me. So if it's not, then yeah, we'll have to look into that. Ooh. So many bristles are breaking off. Okay. you'll notice that to keep it from looking dull, like you've used the same color over and over again, that's why we do washes and mottling layers, so that it actually has depth to it and it doesn't look like, well, like a flat color. You want it to look realistic and not like a piece of paper. And washes are easier to put on than the flesh tones. And that white I put on her, oh my goodness, the first time I did it, it wasn't super bad, but I was nervous, and then I didn't film myself doing it because I didn't know if I could like get away with it, if I could actually pull it off. And then I wiped it off. Okay, here you go. If you need to wipe it off before you bake it, it's no big deal. Use your thinner to get, you know, like this. Don't use stripper. Use and before you bake it, and then wipe it off and let it dry really good, and then use the primer, like the Irresistibles primer on it, and then bake it again, because it needs to have some grit to grab a hold of the next time you add paint to it. I don't think I got that one color right. Did I even paint that hand? What? Makes me wonder. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. Give me just a minute. It's almost like I didn't even paint that one arm. Oh, I didn't. Because it belongs to the other baby. I was like, what in the world did I do? That makes no sense whatsoever. That's because it's not Celine's arm. So I need to wipe this off. That's not Celine's arm. I was wondering, why is it not looking quite right? I mean, there's like no prime to it at all. Isn't that crazy? It wasn't the right baby's arms. There for a minute I thought I'd messed up. It would have been awful. But just so you know, there's quite a bit of a difference now. You can actually tell. Okay. That freaked me out there for a second. All right, here we go. Right hand. The right hand. The right hand. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. The right hand. Okay. All right. Okay. Do. Okay, back to the head. We're going to do it again. And this time I'm hoping it'll be on camera. Sorry about that. So you're going to do this color twice. Stay on the brown. Just the brown. to do inside the ears again like I did the last time. Okay. I'm going to try to soften it up where the white is just a little bit. A little bit of white on there for some reason. I got some stray white on there, luckily. I should be able to cover it up with hair. I'm not going to be rooting hair on these little guys. Or her, I guess I'm only going to do one here. But I'm going to be painting the hair on. So if you guys root, then that's cool. I'd like to see your work when you're done. You won't be able to leave like pictures of it in the comments, but you can find me on Facebook under Fox and Socks Reborns, and you guys can send me pictures of your work if you want. I just painted that directly on. I like it. Kind of pinks up his ear a little bit. We're going to put it down in there too. Okay. I want it to about the same level of shading on both sides. And that's what I'm looking at, is just making sure that it's okay. That I did a cutie. Try not to get maroon on his white spots. Alright. Let's do his legs. Her legs. His legs. Okay. And this is relaxing. I have my human babies done and put together, so now I can concentrate just on this one, which is a relief. It seems like I've been working on 2 and 3 at a time for several months. It's starting to get burned out a little bit. And I love doing breaks with fantasy babies. After you've done several human babies, doing a fantasy baby is like super, super fun. Super fun. I love it. And you really can't mess up too much on a fantasy baby. I mean, I guess technically you could, but you can forgive yourself of your mistakes a lot faster because it's fantasy. Just like when I did the white on her face. I've never done that before, and yeah, it kind of made me nervous. And I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a fox. And to me, it kind of looks like a little bit, the powdery sugar look kind of looks like fur, maybe. Like the baby is soft. It could be furry. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. I want to show you guys. Oh. Alright. Blanket versus her. Okay, there's her legs. And then that's the blanket. As you can see, it's quite a bit darker. There you go. Alrighty, that's the end of this one.